UEFA Champions League. But baby adodo na ni wo ewo Emirates Stadium abra Arsenal and Real Madrid Asia. Boss player Osha Arsenal and Real Madrid o medical share twice in the Champions League. Abra o share in 2006. First match no course wo Emirates Stadium no e ko wie goalless draw. Second match at the Bernabeu no and a team friend Arsenal abra Thierry Henry a fantastic solo goal at the Abua Arsenal amomotumi a galactic Real Madrid efrim. It's a trust say 2 times now both teams in Asia nyina enya dia Real Madrid etumia even ashe a goal at the Arsenal Football Club. And boss players ye every Champions League kra in 90 minutes of play enya dia Real Madrid as Arsenal because on be share with the International Champions Cup no mo born every preseason ebe wie 2-2 in 90 minutes na Real Madrid every need 3-2 on penalty shootout. It's a choice say Arsenal for a very good record at the Tietima a friend Real Madrid Football Club. But boss player Osha Arsenal almost a fantastic record be say omo na ye the first English side omo winning at the Santiago Bernabeu. It is a Arsenal fan I catch say Bernabeu who enye ni hu a yes otenase because for English teams na e bobo ni nyina no mo ko Santiago Bernabeu ko bo Champions League no Arsenal na first English side otumi winning at the Santiago Bernabeu and so mu take that momentum no along. Now boss player yan share the tactical analysis of the game. This is a gamer tactical details no individual quality individual movement and ebe to me a defining game no ansa na ebe rem no Real Madrid lose to Valencia 2-1. After the game no Carlo Ancelotti ka simbi we Arsenal fan asama Carlo Ancelotti kan na so yem show kakra or say we will play a different game versus Arsenal. They will attack more. We will play a different game versus Arsenal. They will attack more. For some way 2-3. Yeah, analysis na near the bar. Obeti DNT am say mo yem show kakra no. This is the stronghold of Real Madrid. It's the European attacking transitions. It's a drew one obeti DNT make us asem na say. But firstly, because it's a elite competition, every team be a pressing the opponent build up. It's Arsenal on putting reliable pressure on the Real Madrid build up. Real Madrid will put reliable pressure on the Arsenal build up. Yensha send you mummy no ebesiaye no. Arsenal Football Club a football club will be a pressing no a disrupting opponent build up SRF for so turnovers. Your pressing ni bi and disrupting build up. The opponents of person force turnovers. To say they not Eric Ten Hag o Man U no. But Mikel Arteta dey no e suffocate build up na e ma bre. Now some force turnovers. No making sure so budget turnovers na e dey ahye. That is the Arsenal build up. Arsenal can press from their 9 and 10. That is Odegaard number 10. Elkwaka number 9. No more putting pressure on your center backs and the goalkeeper. Arsenal can press from the 11 and 9. Meaning say Ethan Waneri and now Bukayo Saka and the best starting now. Obeka Kokan the number 9. No more pressing. That is how good are Arsenal for a pressing it here. It comes with immense physicality because Mikel Merino mo Declan Rice Thomas Partey mu one fifino so mu put pressure on you the main enemy some person mu win do also no it's Arsenal you're one of the best pressing sides in top 5 European football. Me say they disrupt your build up and also force turnovers and in their press no they can press with different patterns and match also they can press from the 9 and 10. Say Odegaard they can number 9 no and also they can press from the 9 and 11. Say Ethan Waneri Akwa number 9 who normal pressing. Arsenal so to me apply a hybrid press. Meaning say about combining me a man to man and also a zonal marking press. About obi put cover shadow on the player behind them. It's Arsenal 4 person and your person ketwa. And then Luka Modric who be here Real Madrid papa. I'm expecting say Ancelotti buy there no dey City for ni bi. Say na Omadani Ceballos a drop over box nim. Ababeji ball no say na be betumi beat Man City press no. Omo Luka Modric enye bi. Na emwomani beat Arsenal for press no because wanya ne say Arsenal for press wa ababo no long. Oban longer Mbappe is not winning an aerial duel over Saliba. Vinicius Junior is not winning an aerial duel over Jurgen Timber. And then Nadia Rodrigo and Suko winning over Mans Luis Kelly. It's born over Bonnie Bimaba. Now Arsenal for na Saji. No master de be pion. No Asa Bonnie Bim. Now Safana Genome de be pion. A be gamer a be favor Arsenal more. Ancelotti should come up with ideas to break the Arsenal press. Over to me breaking Arsenal press no by increasing the distances between the players. For keeper no split to two centre backs no push one of your full backs very high, one of your full backs low. Over say a distance now Arsenal for no Edinburgh ma be so be pressing be warm. That is how Aston Villa dey be United Emery Edinburgh. But Carlo Ancelotti bet to me away be na. It will show Facebook now. This is Arsenal applying a hybrid press. Now all five young queen omo be free hybrid press no e dey man to man. It is a Real Madrid follow and to me free the first line, the second line of pressure. There is man to man across the back line of Arsenal Football Club. And so Vinicius come on to one against Timber. So Mbappe come 1v1 against Saliba. So Rodrigo go 1v1 against Mas Luis Scalia. You expect them say ombe to me beat you. It is Real Madrid fun try. No more beating the first wave. The second wave of the Arsenal press, no one taking advantage on the 1v1 now. About so one back line. Sana and Nebesi, and sa normal way and Nebesi. Arsenal will press you. So want to me a mobile name for more. About one long, or budget no aside the BPM pressure and Nebesi so. Sana Arsenal for pressing. But we are Real Madrid for pressing. They account once a man pressing no and yet.
And the sense is so mammy.
But we are pressing and yet.
Join live on Facebook. Pressing na ye kan ho asem no Madrid de na enye no ye de graphics ni nyina egu screen ni so Arsenal de no we de kan ho asem say wantimi anye o mu press ne ho adwuma just wo ye ni bim eno so de
yes
o mu de be pia ho sa
exactly
eti ye hwe Madrid de no
wo hwe image we ye number 11 no akwa number 9 ho ama press say na me kire wo na eti wo hwe a itan wonari na ekọ na Timber eba no eti Arsenal de mu omnim ways bebre omde press and a coach ni no matena che it is our chemistry ni understanding no ewom Real Madrid a problem with the press no Carlo Ancelotti at try bia or the Bellingham any Mbappe LED press no still na emfa or the Vinicius ni Mbappe LED press no still na emfa even sometimes to cry against Barcelona in the second half of the Super Copa or press from out to in. Now, why not be say Lucas Vazquez mum and press body now brand friend Rodrigo mum and inside and press Paul Kubasi but no so for you say a result in a go into Ancelotti adapted patterns no but still now and more in the press didn't ya Real Madrid press no uncoordinated that means a gaps no there be in between the lines it's a player about who says SMD player na me close the space in between the lines it there be just spaces bebre and Real Madrid for a person and the underlying numbers of the Real Madrid person suggests a person with problems the pass per defensive action of Real Madrid 12.2 almost the 8th in La Liga 12.2 this is a top side I can say can a person or average under 10. Maka just a pass per defensive action no. Sa number no I was so just a press no intensity no form. But sa number no form just a press the intensity no so. And to 12.2 na just say Real Madrid pressing intensity no our form. Omo allow 12 passes per sequence and some omo to me akwa ball no, which is bad for team and friend Real Madrid. Now what should the timer opposition need to crowd ball and some Real Madrid for no to me akwa 10.3 seconds. Omo the 8th in La Liga. Meaning sir, person omo allow more time on the ball. And some omo to me akwa ball na Real Madrid etosu 8th in La Liga. This is poor for team and friend Real Madrid. And open progression pass sequence. Some distance are obedi a progressive one. Real Madrid na allow the opponent no more distance. Eti acha will say na Arsenal for move 4-2 board up with David Raya as a +1 with maximum fluidity from the first and second line. Abel Thomas Partey able to make a back line him. Odegaard drop it from high to low now. Real Madrid for allow mu amomo to me progressive the abom final third. That is what the progression pass sequence na chere. It is a Arsenal for no omo final omo defensive third na omo to me the ball na ball manima e the above final third no because Real Madrid in La Liga on a first for team omo opponent no e carry ball no at a much larger distance. That is 15.6 meters. This is a problem for Real Madrid. They have to solve the pressing issue. Now it does not go in a high press and one bet now baby no call mid block or low block. Simple as that. It is an Real Madrid press here pressing ye. Pressing in your coordinated. players need follow up the pressing action. When the players need any late in their timing of the jumps. No more making sure say almost bet me out put reliable pressure. Also for quality Arsenal for build up nekakra. So the bear Arsenal for the bebre because some man yen say Arsenal for no better on be pie ball no e dey be chiri. And these problems no be hu. Say say na Vinicius ni Mbappe mu na leading line no mu gina ho. I'm expecting Real Madrid to suffer in their press. So mu mienu lead. No, mobile margin say on be pressing here there. Arsenal so be suffer a little in their build up. It's both player. That is how the pressing and the build ups in it here. Arsenal be pressing Real Madrid. Arsenal pressing and no the year pa. Say Real Madrid for na find the way and from breaking Arsenal for pressing now. O ma so be yeshi. And as Real Madrid pressing so enye. And okoko face a build up so particularly fluid. With players air dropping from high to low, players between the defensive line, Raya air +1 in the build up. So Real Madrid for some find the way, no more so I'm pressing here. A better team, my friend Real Madrid. So that is the pressing and the build up. Now, yamna the attacking structures versus the out of possession structures. Arsenal for no, allow 0.88 expected goal per game. It's a choice Arsenal for only defend the power. 0.88 expected goals per game. Arsenal falling in defend the power. Arsenal at to say ATM in terms of say almost switching structures in their defense. Arsenal for almost said defending compactly, vertical and horizontal compactness. Arsenal for no so any kwanya. On the first one move almost structure in the about wide area. In terms of defending the wide area as a block.
Compact ni pie ni pampe
tokuno any them we are just say oh for swab ball na for one here what the pass in the be check was so better. You are listening to European Arsenal for no omo defending compactly me say both vertically and horizontally. It is from the defensive line to the forward line space in this and now player to player no space in this. That is what we call vertical and horizontal compactness. Arsenal for almost said defend the wide area as a block. It will the ball no wide area. No one now moving echo. No one making sure say on best to pull progression via the wide channel. Arsenal for no so almost to me press from their out to possession block. It will offer quality mami. You can see an image of Arsenal for an APF from block nim ababe press and Nipa only this idea no Martin Odegaard. He's excellent at that. It is all Real Madrid now with the ball. Now we pia. No I just say ko back pass probably will not Odegaard. Every block ni no de America ba. Odegaard the America ba pe. It is a signal for all the Arsenal players to move the block. Almost step up. No more press out.
Or trigger press.
Or trigger press no. It they can press from the out to possession block. They defend the wide area as a block. And also they can move structures. Structures ni you saying 4-4-2, 5-3-2, 6-3-1. A cow ATM the enemy.
Yeah.
Sana ATM for them almost here. 5-3-2 na combination na Arsenal here.
The switches no.
Almost switches structure no. It you what just said the ball about wide area. About say Bukayo Saka the America. No akoko ball left back no. It's a moving from a back 4 to a back 5. Mikel Arteta nya Guardiola nko no sua de no. David Moyes mu no sua de ho. Eti na nkofo hu ni say obo Taliban football e ba yin defend ya.
Moyes de wasan na mum de ye no foul no.
No foul no. And Metie Arteta assistant coach Molina o chere that defensive principles nim. Eti we share image ya hwe omo pie free block nim e de aba be press Tottenham for no. Team my friend Real Madrid should be very careful of the Arsenal possession out of possession block. By Arsenal near only team on your straight positions in a bababo. Team on Majina 3-2-5, 2-3-5, 4-3-3 and a bababo. Team obet me manipulate to block no true individual brilliance. And individual brilliance in every here. Rodrigo on the right, Vinicius on the left, constantly looking for the 1v1s against your fullbacks. You can't isolate Vinicius and Rodrigo with one person. What did he put back page in almost one? And you always expect to say, some fullback now do coach Vinicius no Rodrigo so they can lock these players. It's Arsenal for me expect to say Mouse Lewis Kelly during Timber will win every duel against Vinicius and Rodrigo. Boss player and also ANC individual quality now. So from the wide areas, 1v1 individual quality of Vinicius and Rodrigo no san kofo mienu no on betumi break it down block no edie biem na Real Madrid betumi asa break it down block no in behind runs from Bellingham and Abrante friend Mbappe. It may mama two ways of how Real Madrid betumi break it block no wide areas through Vinicius and Rodrigo and deep runs through the midfield from Mbappe and Abrante friend Bellingham. Deep runs no omo kwa hwan na ebo ball na mo Raul Asensio a fantastic long pass obetumi abo sa Fede Valverde no bebo two no kwa de ni hu because obo two na offensive play ojibo na obo long diagonal long stretch e dey akoma Vinicius ana obo in behind your back line. It is why Arsenal now bebo mid blocker you concede space behind your back line but individual quality of Real Madrid no a hard doing two wide areas, two deep runs, two individual passes from the back line either Raul Asensio, either Rudiger or Abrante friend Fede Valverde, and also Real Madrid a blueprint no that's tilting now on one side no omu nyina kogu one side no omo pulu block no e de aba ho omo pulu block no e de ba ho no omo bo papa no omo switch e de aba the far side no omo mienu sa e de America akwa kogu box nim na cross no aba. This is one thing as Arsenal for no ehwe o block no de unim defend pa ba be sie team or what a variety of ways I bet to break down block. Real Madrid occupy a block no positionally. To say the Man City for no be there be a player in a half space mu, there be a player in a central area there be. Omo crumble to never be good block on him. But the individual quality, the dynamic arrival into space from Bellingham, from Mbappe no, and the more muhu. It's Vinicius or how our left, Rodrigo be how our right. Bellingham running through the midfield. Mbappe running through the midfield. Very elbow long diagonals. Elbow ball in behind your back line. Raul Asensio Bobby. Rudiger Bobby. Omuya Amasa tilt. No more overload one side. No more pull block on abaho. No more pass it. No more stretch the about the other side. Ball libe do ha. No more the America. Ako go box on him. Na cross on aba. This is one thing team a friend of Real Madrid the phone but Arsenal phone will be counting on David Raya because boss player this season David Raya are facing 23 shot on target. The SGIS will concede 8.8 but concede 5 goals meaning say we preventing 3.8 goals in the post him. It is just David Raya say Arsenal for to me are qualify Arsenal for to me winning now omu here keep my friend David Raya to help them say obey to me see Real Madrid for attack no anokwan. Now yanko Arsenal for attack no. Arsenal for no Real Madrid for ehom yi. Na the entire boss players Real Madrid for ehom yi ni say maybe focus on two elements of the Arsenal attack. The wide isolations and also the fluidity in the attack. Arsenal for attack ni say omu nyina fa ko. Omu movie pa. And this is a Real Madrid blocker. Players na etadi players achi. Player be drop na player ni dinachi. It is a we you say obe follow a man in a team or you fluid that boss player Real Madrid for will be facing huge problems. Me say can be Arsenal team no omo very fluid. Me say omo movie. It is a we you say team or you fluid. Na open movement say we be di na chia we be how team na pa and this is what I as a Real Madrid for na error. Now Arsenal for attack can name say 3-2-5 but Arsenal for could do final third number boss player the wide triangles and that wide triangles I want the fluidity in the starting the fullback the half space 8 or the half space 10 and also the winger 05 Kwachi Inter Milan den the counter movement be a AC wo winger na say so ba half space nim fullback na say na on na say e be fa wide area no and number 8 na say so na drop it by chire e be fa e chire no it that fluidity no so we are say winger na ekọ na uye Abrante friend David Alaba na saka kwa half space na obedi na chi a kai say space kakaka da ho e de majure ntimba so obefa eni na chi or you fluid out there stay in your position so na be able to deal with the attack and a ho and Arsenal for no be and no tin Arsenal for no bobo bi omunya corners bebre no they attack through the wide areas and they attacking through the wide areas no they form these wide triangles and na make us say they play at different heights. Sa height there be a pass option wide area ho. It has Arsenal phone to me here. Sorry, Real Madrid phone to me here. Omun dealing with the white triangles. Omun wiensua. Omun dealing with the isolations. David Alaba against Saka. Sam Martinelli Nebaba against Fede Valverde. Omun stop it say. To me dealing with these players. Odegaard movement or drop it from high to low. Kamavinga and Nunechi. Because we did it here, over creative space, and will be full for Ababefa. It's Arsenal for attack, they are fluid, they look for among wide isolations and player movements in the boss player. I was so, but team my friend Real Madrid and Super say, Abante Fentiboko to answer to member to the party Amomo. Real Madrid are conceded 13 goals in the Champions League, but Abante Fentiboko to our facing 56 shots on target. Raya facing 23, but we're facing 56. It shows you the leakage now. I want Real Madrid for defense now. Most players Real Madrid are conceding 61 goals, and in the last 17 games, Omo conceded 10 plus shots on 14. And it shows you say Real Madrid for defense now. A leaky, but boss player, and Ancelotti has some no kind ebem no. Or say we will play a different game against Arsenal because they will attack more. Arsenal will attack Real Madrid. Ubo home. The most potent team in terms of attacking transitions. Champions League and Real Madrid the individual quality, the counter attack. Arsenal attack here. The counter pressing should be effective. The rest defense should be effective. Attack here, making sure say they be able to have spaces in him, or central areas in him. Send a bear or best stop Real Madrid for attack no. Because one here, team my friend Real Madrid able to me and boss player set pieces. Gabriel ni what there, but me to me rely on Mikel Merino money or more makan. But Real Madrid is soon in set piece. Arsenal nim share, Real Madrid enim share, but Real Madrid have conceded set piece goals more. Over 16 set piece goals this season. It's the Arsenal for the say to me a few. Boss player Metipedia, remember Arsenal 51%, Real Madrid 49%.
Okay.
And then no because one now made free Real Madrid the end of their Arsenal then set pieces no.
Okay.
Because so when you attack here, Real Madrid is so transition no and nullify BBR. Over attack no, what you da and say Arsenal be winning game now. It is around pressing and controlling the attacking transitions. Arsenal no man anywhere or maybe it's around pressing and controlling Real Madrid attacking transitions. So man no man anywhere there.
Governor Medasi.
O maso be shepa.
Manani mremu kakra na fe